like that.
I know it. Good to see you. Okay, you're over there. Good morning, everybody. Let's get it level. Woo, he's ringing all over the place. Here we go. How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. You got that? Try it again. How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love? Who needs my love today? Sweet Spirit, thank you. Who needs my love today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where must I share? Where must I share today? Sweet Spirit, watch this. Where must I share today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I give? How can I give today? Sweet Spirit, oh Lord. How can I give today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve? How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Good to see all of you. Sean and Sean and Laurie. Okay. And there's a lot of new faces back there. I believe they're new faces and blonde hair. All right. Yeah. All right. Good to see all of you. I'll tell you what, it's been a really interesting few months for people. Welcome back, Gordon. Where you at? Good to see you. Yeah. And I was talking to Mark, and Mark was telling me that Ishmael had like an issue last week. So Ishmael, don't know Ishmael from back there. Yeah, so keep him in your prayers as well. And thank you for your prayers for me. I'm feeling a whole lot better today. Yeah. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Morning. Just take a nice deep infilling breath. Exhale a little bit longer. Inhale again. One more. How may I serve today? How about we just do what that one verse in the song says? I see love in every face. Just let your eyes cast that loving presence that you hold inside. Anyone you see today, whether it's in your car or at the store, or just look around right now and spread that love. It is our essence, that divine shining light that rests deep in our heart. Shine some love on yourself today, too. Our self-talk sometimes likes to send us down the wrong road. Whenever that comes over you, just say, I love you to yourself. And witness the change in your attitude. And know that love has brought that to you once again. And so it is. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's only ash around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. The other day. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, and God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, purposing us to shine its light as me, as you use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Purpose my hands what they must do. Purpose my life is here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. Purposing us to shine its light. Purposing us to shine its light. Purposing us to shine its light as me, as you. Oh, use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Oh. That's good self-talk. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. All right, love you guys. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day. It's fine. All right, take care. All right. Beautiful. All right.
Well, good morning and welcome to Unity of Chattanooga Sunday Celebration Services. We're so glad that you're all here. My name is Mona Petro and I've been a part of Unity since 2019. And I'd also like to give a big hello to everybody watching on Facebook this morning. We're so glad that you're here. The more the merrier. And please go ahead and give us a thumbs up or a like and share a comment. Or you can also share this message with somebody that you think would encourage and maybe give them a smile because Monday's coming. Is there anyone here for their first time? It says, oh, welcome. Okay. We are honored that you're here. And Penny has a packet for you about Unity and the New Thought Movement. There's also a paper on the back that you can fill out and drop in the offering basket that you'll receive a bi-monthly newsletter along with some stories, messages, and won't be any spam. Maybe a casserole recipe or something, who knows. As a congregation, we're sending you love and positive energy. So everyone, let's warm up our hands and we say together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Yes. Unity of Chattanooga is a vibrant spiritual community where everyone is connected to God and to each other beyond beliefs, backgrounds, or boundaries. We honor the universal truth in all religions. Wherever you are in your spiritual path, you are welcome here. Our teachings are meant to make a positive change in your heart, your mind, and your future. So when I'm asked why I go to Unity, I think that the answer is more of why I continue to go to Unity. Visiting a few times brought me to realize that Unity aligns with my values and foundations of a higher spirit as I understand them. I attended Unity because it lifts me up It reminds me that we're all connected with God and one another. We're a family here. My Unity friends stood. I read this, I wrote this last night, and I said, I'm not going to cry. So what do? I get up here. Okay, my Unity friends stood with my husband when he was going through cancer. And they surrounded me with the love and lifted me up when I so desperately needed it after he passed away. That support carries me today, and I always feel the presence of love here from all of you, my friends. Now, on to announcements. We do have some few announcements. On a lighter note, this is your last chance to register for the Unity Fall Retreat at Lake Junaluska. That's a tongue twister. This year, the theme is Sacred Kaleidoscope. One turn and everything changes. It's all about shifting our perspectives to experience infinite possibilities. If you're interested, please see Penny after the service, and you will hear that throughout the announcements, and it will frequently say, see Penny. So she has all the information for just about everything. Last week, Eric shared something so uplifting that we wanted to bring it up again, and I hope we continue to bring it up each week. I hope that we keep it front and center so we can all share in the joy and keep it flowing. An anonymous donor has offered to match every dollar we give to our building expansion fund right here, up to $40,000. That's just amazing. Spirit has opened this door for us and invited us to come together and help create the sanctuary we've been manifesting. It's a place filled with love, peace, and connection. Every gift, no matter how small, moves us closer to making that vision real. So as you're lined up for our potluck after services, there's a drop box that you can put in $1 or many dollars, up to you, and that would be greatly appreciated. This coming Thursday, August the 21st at 12 noon, the Wellness Warriors will be meeting again for all those who are seeking health and wholeness in their lives. The following Tuesday, August the 26th at 10:45. Oh, good, we have announcements so you can read along. That we will have our Spirit Connection book study group, and the new book will be In the Flow of Life, written by Unity's favorite authors, Eric Butterworth. And we have books for sale in the back, and again, see Penny. Mark your calendars for Saturday, August 30th from 5 to 7 when Donnie Perry turns our sanctuary into a sound bath. So that's where you can experience mind-body relaxation, and the suggested offering is $20, and there's also a sign-up sheet in the back. Next Sunday, our guest speaker will be Reverend Julie Boninger, who will talk about AI. Yeah, I know that's going to be so interesting because I've just found that, unfortunately. Artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence to authentic insight. Is it a tool or a trap? Well, we don't know, but we'll find out next week. Okay, see you all then. Okay, now it's time in our service. We stand up and greet each other with a handshake, a hug, namaste, fist bump, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, let's start to find our seats. And okay, I'm gonna have to ring this gong again. I don't know why I always have to ring that in threes, but for some reason it feels like I should do 3 gongs.
Yeah. Number 2.
Okay. Okay, there will be plenty of time after services with potluck that we can all greet each other, say hello. Okay, today we are so happy to welcome back our friend Reverend Sean O'Shea, who's joining. He's joining us from just up the road in Cookeville, Tennessee. Sean and his wife, Lori, own a beautiful and peaceful property called Dragonfly Landing. It's a place that's truly, I'm sure, lives up to his name. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen it in pictures. It looks beautiful. Reverend Sean is an inspirational speaker and a talented performer, singer, and songwriter. Now ordained as an interfaith minister, he shares his gifts and New Thought communities around the country and spreading powerful inspiration through every song and every talk he shares. We're so grateful to have him here with us again. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Reverend Sean O'Shea.
You set me off, and then I stand here and I try to take in the love. You got something real special going on here, guys, and I'm so grateful for it. What an honor to serve, because this community has a whole lot of talented speakers, a lot of people with great gifts to give. I've heard many of you in action, and often when I get the invitation, I think, why do you need me? You guys are all set. You have practitioners, you have board members who are gifted speakers, and musicians and all. And so this place has just got so much going for it. The one thing I take a little heat about is I have this habit. It's very difficult for me, especially when I get all fired up and this little old Catholic boy gets Pentecostal. And I can't stand still. I mean, I cannot do it. You think I got the headset mic because I don't like wires? No, it's because I don't like to have to stand still. So today, I was just trying to think of ways that I might keep from driving the camera people nuts. And this is what I came up with. Right? It works. It makes sense. I opted not to do a PowerPoint thing. A lot of times I back up my quotes and things. I'll have them on slides. Here's the reason I decided not to. I noticed that, first of all, your eyes are kind of up there as much as they're here. And I'm really enjoying this. Also, when we get to a particular quote that you like, what do? Grab your phone, right? Now, I don't want to see a bunch of phones trying to get pictures of that quote. Here's what to do. If there is a quote or something that I say today that you would like to have, don't bother taking notes. Don't bother taking pictures. Just shoot me an email and I'll send it to you, whatever you're looking for. If you want the whole talk or all the notes or that particular quote, whatever it is, I'll just get it to you. Deal?
Yeah.
All right, sounds great. So today's talk called How May I Serve? That came from my time when I had the privilege of working alongside Dr. Wayne Dyer. And that was, I was a big Dyer fan. I had most of his books. And I remember some years later, I sent him a really passionate, probably 8 or 9 page letter outlining all the different ways that he had intertwined into my life and made some impact. And I just released that and said what I needed to say, and that was great. And about 4 months later, a big box arrived with a handwritten note from Wayne encouraging me to keep doing what I'm doing, and a whole box of goodies, books and calendars and just all kinds of stuff, some of which I had not heard of or seen yet. So that was a trip. Then Wayne was coming to speak. Actually, originally, there was an author named Og Mandino. Some of you know, the greatest salesman in the world, and some of those great books. Og was booked to speak at Cape Cod, and Og was a very close friend of the promoter of that event. Og passed away. The nerve of him. And so Wayne, just out of honor for Og, took the gig, decided to fill in. He had the date available, and I think it was probably a little beneath Wayne's caliber at that point. It was a small gathering, and I don't think they had much budget, but he did it just to honor Og. And I heard he was coming, and I wanted to go see him. I was kind of broke, couldn't really afford to go see him. So I found out who the promoter was. And I got her voicemail, and I left her this long-winded bunch of BS. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've written all these wonderful songs all about Wayne Dyer's books and blah, 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 and you really need to have me there. You need to book me to be at this event. What have I got to lose, right? This woman calls me the next morning. She's like, I don't know what is even going on here, but you're booked. Her name was Madeline Dusky. I will never forget her. It was a life-changing moment. And so we got to do a couple of songs right before Wayne went on, and Wayne was really into it and asked the audience to, praise us yet once more, even after they had already given us a nice standing ovation. He asked us to give us another. I was like, yeah, come on, give it. Come on, it's good. It was amazing. So the promoter came to me the next morning. She looked very upset. She said, you've already done so much. I don't want to impose anymore. I hate to even ask. I know it's out of your way. I'm like, gee, Madeline, what can I do? How may I serve? Right? Hate to do this, but is there any way you would consider bringing Wayne to the airport? It's kind of out of the way, Maddie. All right, but you owe me one. So now I've got Wayne Dyer hostage in my old Ford Aerostar van with the cracked windshield. And he's given me life advice and book writing advice. And I hadn't even thought about writing a book yet. I was all singer-songwriter mode at that point. But one of the things that he shared during that trip was he said, just enter every circumstance that you're in, Sean, by asking, how may I serve? Well, and then I was full of questions. What do you mean? What? Huh? He says, well, how did you get this gig this weekend? You have my attention. And that's what I started doing. And it was a life changer to get into a service mindset. Now, this is where I get really naked and honest with you and tell you that was right about the turning point for me where, I was studying and trying to be a better person, but really almost everything I did was, what's in this for me? It's just the truth. I was in sales. I was, all the books I read, the inspirational books right before Wayne were more sales oriented, goal oriented. And hey, there's nothing wrong with setting goals, and there's nothing wrong with making sales, doing all that stuff. But it can't be your reason to get up in the morning. It wasn't about serving others. It really, sincerely, most of my life was based on serving me. And it really wasn't working out very well for me. And I started figuring it out little by little as things started to shift. I even found that conversations, I'd tell you all about what I'm doing, where I'm going, what my plans are, what's again, and then, I'd ask that person a question, they'd do. And all I would hear was Charlie Brown's teacher. When is this going to wrap up so we can get back to what matters? Me. Painful truth. Painful thing to have to look back and know about yourself. But it's the truth. And I'm so much happier to be on the other side of that. And sometimes it's hard to look back on things of who we were, isn't it? Sometimes it's painful. But rather than focus on, wow, I sure was a jerk, which I was, but how nice to say, thank you, look how far I've come. And there's so much further I want to go, and I know that it's possible. With God, what's possible?
All things.
Do you ever notice something when you read that? There's no asterisk after all or possible. It's all right. It doesn't say your mileage may vary. Right? If you studied hard enough, if you tithed enough. None of those things. Just beautiful children will just appear before you. Just, oh my gosh. God appears in so many ways. And for that, we are grateful at Unity of Chattanooga. Some of you may doubt your ability to serve. What have I got to give? I'm not a reverend. I'm not a counselor. I hardly graduated high school. I don't have much money. Let me tell you, every single soul in this building right now and in this town and in this state and in this country and in this world has been anointed and empowered to do spectacular things, to make a difference in someone's life. And you don't need to be all-knowing and all-powerful. You don't need to be incredibly well-educated or credentialed or anointed officially with hot oil on your forehead. You have God's blessing. Just be kind. I had a really interesting life lesson. So it was a big one for me. And initially I thought that the lesson was there for my child. And turned out that was all for me and my benefit, apparently. So we had just moved to Nashville. My daughters were living with their mom back in Massachusetts, and they were about probably like 12 and 14, that awesome age. Where, as a dad, I was very certain I could do nothing right, ever. And so I asked my daughter if she wanted to take a run to the local supermarket, which was still find hilarious, called Food Lion. Who came up with that? But okay, I digress. So we got a few things that we need. We got our little basket. My daughter's with me. She's, that age. And the cashier is absolutely miserable. Nasty young lady. Really. Scowling. She's grabbing the groceries. She's just about scanning. Slamming the bag. And she just, $22.35. Just not looking at anybody. Just like, wow. Oh, and I'm watching. We're in a pretty long line. It's not getting any better. My daughter even perked up like, wow. Right? And I'm thinking, have you looked in the mirror? But, and we got up there. I figured, well, I got nothing to lose, right? And she actually really did have this kind of pretty blouse on. And I said, that is a really pretty color on you. I'm trying to decide if it's pink or it's peach. But it's a nice color on you. And she looked down. She looked at me in disbelief. She said, this is my favorite shirt. I call it salmon. I said, that's a perfect word for that color. I couldn't figure it. Yes, my mom bought me this shirt for my last birthday. I hardly ever wear it, but today I thought about it. She just, all of a sudden, she's smiling and engaging, and she's looking, she's greeting my daughter and nodding, and she, collects us, okay, have a great day. And we leave. We get out to the car. It's kind of quiet ride, short ride home. But after a couple of minutes, my daughter kind of just went, I saw what you did back there. And of course, right away I'm thinking, uh-oh. What do I do now? She said, that was kind of cool. I said, oh, yeah, she just kind of felt good about smiling at that point. She's like, yeah, but did you look back after we left? I said, oh, well, no. I was kind of focused on getting out of there. She's like, oh. She was like really nice to everybody in the line behind us. Okay. Okay. You all have that power. Don't you? How often are we given these opportunities to just smile, to greet someone, to compliment someone? to go ahead and let that jerk who's flying up the right lane, trying to cut us all in, go ahead. Come on over. It's not easy driving in Tennessee. Not gonna lie. But I grew up outside of Boston. So I thought you were all pretty wonderful when I got here. And then I visited Portland, Oregon, right? And I'm down this like 5-lane highway, and my exit's coming up. I'm in the left lane, and it's jammed full. I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. But I put on my blinker, and all the traffic went like parting of the sea. There you go. Where am I? And I want to move here. Everybody's just like that. No wonder they get $1 million for a little 2-bedroom bungalow. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like it's worth it. You know, just amazing. I found a couple of quotes about service specifically, and here's some of the ones that jumped out at me. Gandhi wrote, and you might need to let this sink in a little bit. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service to others. Wow. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Martin Luther King Jr. said, everyone can be great because everyone can serve. Simple. I was thinking about like mindfulness and doing things, right? Staying busy. I guess this all came up because we had a bunch of tree limbs come down where we are. We had a lot of wind and stuff over the last few months, so I'm still dealing with tree limbs and stuff. So I was thinking about that Buddhist saying while I was out in the yard with my axe and loppers and all that stuff, trying to clean up the mess. And I was thinking about that Buddhist term, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment,
Chop wood, carry water.
right? It doesn't change, does it? It brings you there, and yet you continue the practice. But I really started thinking about, so that's what they meant. Because I was noticing something while I was out in the yard, just focused on this mindless task. It dawned on me. One of the greatest ways to be mindful is to do something mindless. Isn't that interesting? What are some things we do? And I'm actually opening this up to conversation now. Don't raise your hand, just shout it out. Some thoughts on mindless things you may do where you find you become mindful. Washing dishes, that's an interesting thought. Yeah? Laundry? Huh. Mowing the lawns, yeah, that one for me too. I detail cars. I spend 2 or 3 hours. Wax on, wax off. That's what Mr. Miyagi actually was saying to him. Wax on, wax off. It had nothing to do with this motion. It was the mindfulness associated with it. Some people build, go out and do woodworking, finishing. Some of you read. There's so many ways to get in that mindset. But suppose you set your mind into the reception as you enter this. How may I serve? So maybe your mindless task is sewing, knitting. What if you knit scarves and hats and gloves for people experiencing homelessness? If you enjoy woodworking, how about signing up for Habitat for Humanity project? If you enjoy mowing your lawn, how about helping that elderly neighbor who's having a hard time getting out there, getting it done? Right? There's so many So many opportunities to get into that zone and a little bit with a purpose. To pass time or feel more in the flow, be mindful of receiving messages and knowing what's yours to do. In other words, kind of tune in to the right spiritual station and be listening and observing and watching what's yours to do. I want to tell you, you don't have to be a parent or a grandparent or a minister or a board member, a doctor, an attorney, to have great power at your disposal by simply choosing to be of service. You know, a little tiny thing when you're getting ready to go into the store and you hold a door for someone. So minor, but it represents so much. Somebody drops something in the parking lot and you run. Let me help you with that. Let me get that for you. You know, where I was from, people would be like, get away from me. Leave me alone. What are you up to? You know, sometimes depends on where you are. So you want to be careful as you approach somebody in a parking lot. Let me help you with that. Give me that purse. No. As you become mindful of serving this coming week, or I'll extend it out, the coming month, I want to ask a favor. Would you please take note of some, even if it seems really minor, trivial to you, please make note of some opportunity and how it seems to shift you, not just the person you're serving, but you. And send me an email and tell me about it, because you have no idea how much of a gift that is to hear a success story. I can talk like up, and sometimes I'll be up at Unity of Nashville. I'll have hundreds of people on Sunday morning. If one person sends me an email a month later, like, that morning was a success. And so that's what I do. I didn't go I didn't go into ministry for the cash. Let me tell you, it's just not fiscal reality. But gosh, I am a rich, rich man. Sometimes that leaks out my eyes, as you know. And even in situations like this morning, I might be a guest musician or jumping in at the last minute because somebody didn't show up or felt sick or whatever. And I never know when I'm going to be serving in some way, whether it's musically or it's speaking or it's just even being part of the congregation that day. I sit and I center myself and I ask myself, how may I serve? And it only needs to be one person. I don't have to touch a whole audience, a whole congregation full of people. It can be one soul. I get to remind just one person that they are a beloved child of God. Because you know what? We all forget, don't we? Hang out with me at rush hour in Nashville sometime. You will observe a guy who clearly has forgotten. And if I take a deep breath and go, I'm going to serve, somehow things shift. The whole energy, the whole mindset, your receptivity shifts. See, as a student of religious science, Ernest Holmes, and I'm now divine science, was the granddaddy of them all. The original new thought, what we think about, we bring about. And most of you probably have not heard about divine science, but let me give you a little background on that. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore studied divine science before unity ever became a thing. Ernest Holmes, who founded religious science, was ordained in divine science because there was no religious science. So it's kind of the granddaddy where you are constantly setting yourself up energetically, mentally, with your thoughts and your intentions, which are very real and powerful things. And they can be negative if you're constantly doing stupid stuff and things that are not positive and not joyful and loving. You will attract more crap. I know. Oh boy, do I know. Conversely, if you center yourself on love and service and kindness and connection to spirit, your cup runneth over. The joy that you experience is so overwhelming and amazing. It will leak out your eyes most days, I promise you this. I've got some more quotes for you. Wayne Dyer himself said, this is such a simple one, the more we give away, the more is given to us. And I know a lot of ministers like to mention that type of thinking at tithing time. And it's actually quite true when it comes to money. But equally important, it's true of love. The more love you give, the more is given to you. The more kindness you give, the more is given to you. The more empathy you choose, grace you choose to give, the more is given to you. The more anger you have, the more is shown to you. So it's a dual-edged sword, right? What we put out circles on around like a big boomerang, comes right back to your soul. So be real careful about what you're putting out there. Where I lost my place. There we go. You know, a lot of times people will think, especially when it comes to money, there might not be enough. I don't know. They're trying to raise money for this purpose. And, what if I don't have enough? Well, would you be afraid to express love to someone because you might run out? Can you run out of love? I mean, I think there's an Air Supply song that suggested that. But it's not true. You are never all out of love. You can't outgive God. I'm not just talking about tithing, okay? You can't give of your time, talent, treasure, your kindness, your goodness, your godliness. You can't do it. Man, it's fun trying. It's really fun trying. I invite you to give it a whirl. Small acts, I don't know who said this, unfortunately, but I just heard small acts, when multiplied by many people, can in fact transform the world. We know that's God's honest truth. Muhammad Ali, of all people, said, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Is that cool? This one chokes me up because it's written by someone who has every right to have become a hateful, angry person. And she wrote, lost my way here. There we go. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Let's say it again. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. That was Anne Frank. Anybody else get God bumps? She got to that place where that was her persona. That's what she gave off after what she endured. But what's my excuse? Turn that inward. What am I holding back? What am I afraid to give because I might not have enough? Who is our source? Who is our source? I was in Knoxville last week and the guy just pointed to his wife. That's good. Okay. Then who's the source of that? You can't outgive God, folks. With that, I'm going to move into meditation, but I'm going to do something really different and make it a musical meditation. And I want to teach you the chorus of a song I wrote that I had this fantasy about how it would be if I heard a bunch of people sing it. And so it goes like this. It goes like this. Be here now. Be here now. This third time around it goes, be here now. Be here now. Now, I know we're in Tennessee because I know there's a lot of you with an ear for harmony. So that third time around, we're staying. Be here now. And it's an 11th chord I'm going for those of you in the know. So let's run through that one more time, and then when it comes to be your turn, I want to hear you. Be here now. Be here. Yeah, that's working. Be here now. Be here now. Why did I do the things that I did? Wait a minute. Let's try that again. No notes. Why did I say the things that I said? Why did I do what I did? Feeling so lost and alone in this world, I'd forgotten that I am God's kid. That's when I heard it, the voice on my heart, making me want to believe It's simple, it's easy. Just be still and know this message was mine to receive. To be here now. Be here now. Be here now. Be here now. Breathing in life, I breathe out all my fears. I'm calm and I'll know what to do. My fear and my doubt have no handle on me. I'm calm when I listen to you. I'm safe and I'm loved as a child of God. I know that forgiveness is mine. The weight of the burdens I've carried around will leave as I quiet my mind and be here now. I ask you to keep going. Be here now. Be here now. Be here now. All of sound. Be here now. Be here now. Be here now. Be now God is on your side. You don't have to run and hide. Forgiveness is a way to let it go. I'm overwhelmed by you. I'm grateful for you, God. So God is loving you right now. God is the answer. Be here now.
Come on, brother.
So now is the time in our service for our love offering. Have you ever wondered why it's called a love offering? It is a gift that is lovingly given, an appreciation for what you have received this morning. That could be the music, the message, which was fabulous, or even just this incredible place where we find community. And do you know how I know this is an incredible place for community? Because it takes you guys forever to sit down after meet and greet. So this is your invitation to give generously, but from the heart. Because as we all know, and you heard it here this morning, the more we give away, the more that is given to us. So let us now bless that love offering. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give you love and I receive in abundance. Will the ushers come forward? I have, oh, you do. Thank you. She gets it. Okay. So we give great thanks for the abundance and love that surrounds us in this beautiful place called Unity of Chattanooga. We not only bless the gifts, we bless you, the givers. And may you find this abundance surrounding you tenfold in the days to come. And for this we are truly grateful. Amen. Thank you so much, Reverend Sean. That was beautiful. You know, how may I serve? And I just wrote down, and I always find there's something that I am passionate about, and that's exactly where I should be serving. You know, and thank you for that reminder. Yes. As we close our service today, I would like to give a shout out to the people that are attending on Facebook, and just please know that you're just as much a part of our community if you were here or you're online. And we have hello to Erica, Ishmael, Margaret, Gay, Tony Carter, and David Nazar. So hello, guys. Good to see you. Keith Noyes is our prayer chaplain today and will be available for private prayer in the office. And so just stop in if you would like to sit with him. Don't forget that next week we have Reverend Julie Boninger, and she will be speaking on AI. Now I invite you to stand and to sing the peace song. Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us.